guys, how is everybody today? Okay, I want to do a quick update, and then we're going to dive down and we're going to do a flip through of Alan Roberts' new Beauty of Horror 4. So real quick, for those of you who have emailed or messaged, me and my family are okay. Hurricane Laura did hit us. Thankfully, we do not have the amount of damage like Lake Charles. Louisiana it's totally devastating over there. We took a ride out there and it's so sad. But we did get hit. We've been without power. I'm just now starting to get over into my art area. The things that you don't think about, because this is our first hurricane. We've never been through a hurricane before, and it was scary. We decided to stay, and we should have evacuated, but we decided to stay, and it was terrifying. But one of the things, some of the things that you don't think of is once the power goes out, well, you lose everything. And it's so humid here that the floors just had layers of just moisture on it. And all the floors they're either tile or they're wood flooring. And it was god awful to walk on. It was horrible to deal with. The entire house was nothing but humidity. And so I've been kind of afraid to get over to my art because I knew that things were not going to be right. Like all of my books were not going to survive all that humidity. I had a set of pencils, my poor artisans. I had a set of pencils that just didn't make it. But it's been a process, but we are all safe, and that's all that matters to us. Other things are replaceable. We finally got our power back on, and so I'm able to do a little bit more, but for, making videos and things like that, it's still a process because at that point when we had no power, my art area, as most of you know, that I've told you this before, is in my living room. It's often like its own little nook in my living room. Well, because everything was always dark, my art desk became the catch-all. They walk in the house, everything got kind of piled up in my art desk. And so now I am just trying to sort through everything, get everything back where it needs to go. And I guess I've been dragging my feet because I'm afraid to see the damage. If you see, when we were outside cleaning, fire ants got me pretty good. And I was like, oh my God, I've never had this happen before. I'm just a mess, you guys. I'm a mess. But yeah, no, we are all safe. And we got power back on now. We got central AC. Oh my God. I'm able to wash and dry clothes, which is just fabulous. But yeah, and I'll talk about all that more later on in a different video. But for right now, I wanted to show you this beautiful book. I had totally forgot that I had pre-ordered this until it came in the mail yesterday. I think mail's still kind of playing catch up a little bit. I don't know. I know that some things, our aunt was trying to order us something, and it was like a 2-week due date, was 2 weeks out for Prime, and so I think deliveries and mail is just a little funky. One of my friends and subscribers on here, she was trying to send me some happy mail, and it was supposed to be here on a certain date, and it got held up. But yeah, it happens. It happens. It's life. You can't stop hurricanes. But Hurricane Laura, she was one evil woman with a vengeance. Some man must have really pissed her off. I don't know. But okay, let's get down into this. So this is Creature Feature, Beauty of Horror 4 by Alan Robert. And if you guys know me, and it has all this red foil on it, like his other books. It's beautiful. I love it. If you guys know me, you guys know I'm into that dark horror gothic kind of stuff anyway. So we'll start off here. You got your notice from the publisher and your nameplate page. And I do like the paper in these books. They're so thick. They are double-sided, so alcohol markers will probably be a no-no, unless you don't care about the other side. But the paper is really nice. So we're into the book now. And I like how they reference different movies, different horror movies. I really like this page where it's just like all, well, I shouldn't say all because it's totally not all the horror characters, but a lot of them all together. My favorite. Trying to keep this in screen here. I have a super tiny area that I'm trying to work in because I just kind of like pushed everything aside. Oh my God, I should just clean this stuff up. And I will. I'm just very overwhelmed. Because we, like I said, we've never been through a hurricane. We had no idea what we're going to do, what we're supposed to do. We didn't know how to be prepared. So, yeah, I'm still kind of bouncing back from that. I like these double page spread ones. Except for it goes really far into the spine. But I mean, that's common in a lot of the books. Some of the books now that I've noticed, they kind of, backed it out just a little bit, which is very nice. That one's cute. And I'm kind of seeing this for the first time too with you guys. I did when it came in the mail yesterday, it came UPS, which was just odd because normally it just comes in the mail. And this movie used to scare the crap out of my oldest son. Scare the bejeezies out of him. Oh, poor Dory and Nemo. But yeah, so when it came really late. And, oh, Woody. Oh, I like how they mixed it. See, you guys have kind of, seen this for the first time. It came really late. It came UPS, and I was in the middle of getting the kids ready for baths and showers and bedtime and all that. And so I just kind of like really quick, like just thumbed through it, but I didn't look. And now that it's early in the morning and my kids just left for school, I figure I might as well do this now before something interrupts me. The kids were all upset because they had to go back to school this week because of the hurricane. So they're like, oh my God, is it, why do we get back? And I'm like, you guys just have to go back until, the end of November because, they get out that Monday before Thanksgiving and then they're off for 7 weeks. I'm like, you guys are off for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, like all together. You don't even have to go back. I'm like, go to school. It's just a weird time for everybody because, the pandemic. Jigsaw. So they don't even have full classrooms. I like how there's like a mix of, like new horror with old, if you even want to call the new stuff horror. Like, I don't even know. Pennywise is always a favorite. These pages, I just use as test pages. Or maybe I'll like decoupage, like, Mod Podge some stuff in here, glue some stuff. And then back here is just, your color pages and then her lost props, which we're not going to show. And there are over 80 pages, it says, in this whole book. So mean, I absolutely love this one. I think this one is one of my favorites. I like the second one, but I'm really liking this one a lot just because after looking through it and seeing, you know, a lot of the characters that I grew up watching, or like the one where it was Chucky and Woody from Toy Story, like how it kind of like meshed together. I thought that was really cute. But anyway, so let me know what you guys think. If you guys even like these books. A lot of people I know don't like these books. They're not into the horror thing. And that's fine too, because we all have our own thing that we do. Otherwise, guys, stay safe. Stay warm or cold, depending on where you are. I know my family up north, they say it is cold. I called them the other day, and they're like in hoodies and sweaters. And I'm like, what the heck? It's like 100 degrees still here. But yeah. All right, guys, everybody have a great day, and I'm hoping to be back recording super soon. I'm going to give myself this week and this weekend to get my house kind of back in order, and hopefully I'll see you guys all shortly. Bye.